Hey up troops, welcome back to the Litanah army. I'm Lit and this is Fortnite Save the World. Now what I want to look at today is these two new Chrome heroes. So you've got Chromium Ramirez and Diecast Jonesy. Now there's a lot of controversy on YouTube and on Reddit, on Twitter and lots of the other social media platforms about these two new heroes. So I want to look at that controversy a little bit, talk about that and also highlight some positives that I think are in there as well. So stay tuned and let's get into this. Okay, so the first issue that we've got is it's clearly a Battle Royale reskin. You know, it's one that we've seen in the Battle Royale store. I mean, it looks cool. You can't say anything about that. I do definitely think that these two heroes look awesome, but they're really common in Battle Royale already, so there's nothing new. And that does work the other way as well. I'm sure the Battle Royale guys are getting a little bit fed up and seeing a lot of the Save the World characters just being skinned and moved over. Now, the other problem that you've got on there as well is that it's another soldier. You know, it's just soldier after soldier. You know, we've had Raven recently as well, and now we've got this one as well, Chromium Ramirez. I would like to see more Outlanders, Ninjas and Constructors coming through, you know, especially Constructors. We seem to get next to none of those. But the thing is, what you've got to remember is the skins in Battle Royale are taken from the soldier model, if you like. So the character model is a soldier. So it's very easy for Epic to get, you know, with the pressure that they're under, to just take a soldier from Battle Royale and just quickly put them into Save the World. There's almost like a filler to keep the content flowing. Now, on a plus side of that, you know, highlighting some of the positives here, which we said we would do, is you've got to remember they are bringing out content extremely regularly. You know, we are getting content all the time. Every few weeks is something new in Save the World and Battle Royale even more so. You know, that's every couple of weeks. But what you'll find is that there's going to be quite a lot of crossover. Otherwise, you know, they would have to just invest crazy amounts of money, work even faster, and it starts getting unproductive. So I can kind of see where they're going on that sense. I'm not saying I like it, but you know, to keep the model alive, if you like, that's kind of the only way that I can see it running at the moment. Now, the third issue that we've got in there is it's a reskin of an old character as well. So this is actually Bulletstorm Jonesy. So all the stats and all the things that are in there are exactly the same as what Bulletstorm Jonesy is. Now, those of you that keep up with the channel, you know, I really like Bulletstorm Jonesy. There's some controversy over him as well, you know, whether he's a good hero or a bad hero. I was in quite a long Reddit thread yesterday, and it was quite a nice one, to be fair, especially for Reddit, you know, but it was a really friendly chat, and we were just talking about the good and the bad parts of Bulletstorm Jonesy. And I've actually, just before making this video, come out of the Discord, and we were talking about Jonesy as well. Me, Detective Cheese, and a few of the others in there were talking about, you know, how good or bad, you know, people find Bulletstorm Jonesy. So let's just go over the stats then and see what we can find in there. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is it straight away it says Soldier Bulletstorm, so it's not even hidden that this is an absolute, you know, an absolute carbon copy of Bulletstorm Jonesy. Now, Bulletstorm Jonesy gets a bit of a bad rap, you know, as being a dud hero, because when he was released, he was actually it was a broken hero. He didn't work, you know, the rate of fire that he had on there, which was his Jewel in the Crown skill, didn't really work. But let's just go down the stats and see what we've got on here. So we've got advanced tactics, as expected with every soldier, ranged weapon damage increased by 10%, health increased by 10%. So that's always a good one. Now, one thing that Jonesy has, or this particular Jonesy has, over the Urban Assault is actually Warcry. So Urban Assault Headhunter doesn't have Warcry, and Warcry is one of the best abilities in the game, in my eyes, personal opinion. Give a Warcry affecting friendly characters within 4 tiles, grants 40% more damage for ranged and melee weapons, also grants 40% attack speed for ranged weapons and 16% attack speed for melee weapons. Ability lasts for 10 seconds, and the effects of Warcry do not stack. So that's actually a really decent skill. People know Warcry already. I'm not going to teach you guys to suck eggs on that one. You know, Warcry is an absolutely fantastic skill, so a very welcome ability on this character. Debilitating shots, which we get a buff for that later on, which I'll show you in a second, but dealing range damage applies 1 stack of vulnerability, increasing damage from all sources by 5% on the target for 15 seconds. So basically, you know, just weakens the mob, softens the mobs up for you, you know, while you fire into them. And on this kind of hero, that's extremely useful. Now we've got Startup on there as well. Now this is a fantastic one. So firing a ranged weapon increases rate of fire by 1.2% per shot for up to 20 shots. So let's just do the math on that. So 1.2, if you're looking at 1.2% per shot for 20 shots, then in total that works out at 24%. Now that gets a buff later on, taking it to 2.4% for 20 shots, which makes it 48%. So he's got a 48% increased rate of fire once you've leveled him up. Now that's only what, 2-3% less than what the Urban Assault Headhunter has. Now the difference is with this one, with Bulletstorm Jonesy, is he doesn't need to get the headshots. You could argue, as I said, you are going to get headshots, especially if you're using something like a hacksaw or something like that. But you know, so if you're using the Urban Assault and you're using an assault rifle, unless you're deliberately trying to miss, you are going to make the headshots, to quote Detective Cheese there. However, you know what you will find is with this guy, all you've got to do is pull the trigger. So if you're someone who doesn't, you know, really focus on headshots, or someone who just wants to hit that trigger and not worry about getting the headshots, then this guy's going to be much easier to use on that, at the cost of about 2-3%, which I don't think is going to make a massive difference to the rate of fire. Now you've also got In a Pinch, so increases weapon reload speed by 35% if the magazine is empty. So if you run what you can actually do with this hero is you don't have to worry about keep reloading, you know, midway through. You can actually just empty out the weapon, because you want to keep that firing. You need to keep your rate of fire going and keep your rate of fire sustained so that you can get the perk from startup. So you can actually empty the gun out and he'll reload a little bit faster. 35% reload speed is huge. Going Commando, I'm not a massive fan of Going Commando. I would have liked to see Shockwave in there instead. However, Going Commando's useful in the right area. I mean, he hasn't really got any real wave clear, this guy. I'm going to get to wave clear in a second. Going Commando's probably his only wave clear that he's got, but the problem I have with Going Commando is the cooldown on it's massive. 150 seconds, you're waiting quite a while, and lots of situations come up where you're going to need that twice in short succession, and it's just not going to be available. Although it does have something that can counter that in a second. So we've got Lingering Pain, so that's what I was talking about with the debilitating shots. That can stack up to 5 times once you get up to level 12. Ammo recovery. On a character like this, ammo recovery can be really useful. So damaging an enemy with an assault weapon has a 16% chance to generate 1 ammo for the equipped weapon. Now, that's only small. 1 ammo is nothing, is it? But you know what I mean? But, if you're using lots and lots and lots of shots, so if you're firing something with a high rate of fire, which this guy is going to be using, then that could be quite useful, and just means that your ammo's not getting used up quite as quick. It's kind of giving a little bit back, which the Urban Assault Hunter doesn't do. She just relentlessly empties your weapons out, which is great. We all like damage, but that's just how it is. Okay, so we've also got Spoils of War then as well. So when Warcry is active, you have a 25% chance on damage with a ranged weapon to get ammo fired back. So we're still receiving more ammo from that, which I think is great. Okay, now you've also got frag grenades as well, which we were talking about wave clear earlier on, how he's not got much wave clear. He has got Going Commando, and if you get these frag grenades used with the double agent, so you get the cluster effects, I'll just quickly show you that now. Releases 6 cluster explosions around the impact site that will each do 12.5% of the original damage. Cannot stack with Cluster Bomb hero perk, which, Bulletstorm Jonesy doesn't have, or Chrome Jonesy, whichever you want to call him, doesn't have. So that's another wave clear that you've got. So you've got Going Commando, and potentially you've got the Cluster Bomb perk from the double agent as well. Now, also after that, you've got Start Faster, as you can see down there. Now, that takes it up, I was saying before it was, 1.2? So now this takes it up to 2.4. So increased startup rate of fire bonus to 2.4% per shot. Now, what that means is for any ranged weapon, as long as you pull the trigger on that weapon, what happens is then you get 2.4% increased rate of fire. So that'll actually stack up to 48% over the 20 shots, which is absolutely incredible. As I said, it's not quite up there with the Urban Assault Headhunter, but it's still extremely decent. And a massive one as well, because this guy's going to be getting through ammo in droves, is the Waste Not Want Not. So you've actually got increases ammo capacity of all weapons by 40%. Now you imagine if you got a hacksaw or something like that. I know I use a hacksaw all the time, but the hacksaw or the tiger or something like that that's got a good rate of fire on it anyway, with the increased ammo capacity on it as well, plus this Waste Not Want Not skill on top, just think, this guy could clear things out in waves. You think about the DPS he could put out. His potential, if you like, is huge. So if you're someone who, if you've not got the Urban Assault Headhunter, Diecast Jonesy, all the other hero that we've got, Chromium Ramirez, are both extremely viable choices. Okay then guys, so, for me, Urban Assault Headhunter still has the edge. The good thing is, as I said, he has got the magazine size extra and he's got Warcry. The only thing that he misses for me is he hasn't got Shockwave, he hasn't got any really big wave clear, if you like, in that sense, and she's extremely well put together when it comes to just putting out raw DPS. So I would probably go Urban Assault Headhunter, but only by a hair's, only by a whisker, by a hair's width, if you like. So overall, if you've not got an Urban Assault Headhunter, I would definitely look at them Chrome Heroes. There's definitely a point to these, and a reason why that they're in the event store, as I said. I don't think they should be overlooked, and certainly don't write these guys off just yet, because they're extremely powerful, as I said, and they're actually great soldiers. If you're someone who plays soldier a lot, then they are good heroes. There's no arguing that, I don't think. But the main issues around them are, it's another Battle Royale skin, it's another soldier, and the bonuses are all the same as Bulletstorm Jonesy, so there's nothing new there in that sense. The only issue that I said is that iPick are going to have, because they're putting out so many updates, this is just going to happen, so is this a sustainable model? Would we like to see more detailed updates but further apart? Because that's what Epic are going to need if they're going to deliver the content at the rate that they're doing, or sorry, at the quality that we're wanting, then they're going to have to take longer to actually develop that content and give us something new. So is it better to have something in here now, be it something that looks like it's been thrown together, or would it be better to wait a month and then have a big event, maybe something like Fortnite Nightmares when we saw that? Personally for me, that was one of my favourite. I was having a break during the Horde Bash event, so I wasn't playing Save the World during the Horde Bash event. I've heard lots of people say that was their greatest time, but for me personally, as I said, it was a Fortnite Nightmares event that I really enjoyed. I thought so much effort went into that, and there was so much, so many new things in there, and I'd like to see more of that. I wouldn't even mind waiting a month, 2 months, and have nothing, keep everything the same, and then every few months have something like that come out, something as big as that, and that would really make the game, revive the game and make the game much more fun for me. So guys, that's all we've got time for right now. So if you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit that red button. Don't forget to drop a like on your way out, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching this one, guys.